Hi, my name is Ariela Serrano and my classmates are Jocelyn Ruiz, Diego Giron, and Paula Jimenez. Well, now I'm going to explain some part of the plot. For example, title, author, genre, and protagonist and antagonist. To start this week, title is Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. That is the title of the poem. Well, the next is author. The author is unknown since we don't really know who was the writer of an excellent poem. But we, but this week, genre was a poem. Why do we consider it to be a poem? That is a good question for me because we know that the poems are works written in verse that seek to express the emotion or impression of the world for the author as it happened in Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Since the author of this poem was inspired a lot and highlight each emotion in its greatest expressions and transmit to use what each characters in this poem experience. And then the protagonist. Well, the protagonist of this poem is Sir Gawain since when reading the poem we can realize that the verse resolve around him and his life. Things get difficult for him and he has to find solutions that are possible for him to help their people and thus be able to get the best of Sir Gawain. Then, of the contract, there is the antagonist, and that refers to the villain of the history, or in this case, the poem. And we have the Green Knight because we consider him as the villain of the poem, because he was the one who he caused problem for Sir Gawain, who put him obstacle and made the protagonist of the poem always look for the solution. I consider that in stories, poems, tales, there should always be an antagonist sign it's what give more emotion that it's bright and also help the protagonist of the history is more loved by others, but both are important to have a good history. And there is all and will continue my classmate.
Okay, good morning. First of all, my name is Vanessa, and my part of the blog that I will explain is the exposition. Okay, what is the exposition? What is the exposition? Have the time and the place in which this poem that is Sir Gawain and the Green Knight has a written or was set. Also, in the place that this poem takes place, we can say that in time we can place the poem. It is in the Christmas season, and also in 1340 years, and in the place will be the West Midlands in England. The place was specifically was in the castle and in the England in general place. Okay, in another part that I will explain that is important in the plot we can say that is the beginning of everything in the poem is the incident and is literally Gawain's struggle to decide whether his knightly virtues are more important than his life. Before he knows the Green Knight has supernatural abilities, Gawain accepts the Green Knight's challenge to an exchange of blows. Once the Green Knight survives the blow, Gawain has a year and a day before he must seek out of the Green Knight to receive the return blow, and which will almost surely mean his own death. Once he has found the castle of a host who promised to show him the way to the Green Chapel, he struggled to protect and maintain his knightly virtues while remaining courteous to his host's wife, and he struggles to keep his backs, the Green Knight and his host, despite his fear of death. This is everything for my part, and continue my classmate.
Hello, teacher. Continue with the presentation. My turn is talk about the conflict. The conflict in this history is the is external. Why is external? Because it occurs between two chapter who fight for honor in this faith, a challenge proposed by the Green Knight. The factor is the honor. The honor represents in this time the the principal um, rule or or honor. The recent action the recent action in this history, Gawain accepted the Green Knight path and coup of his head but survived to blow. The other is that 2 months before meeting the knight for his own beheading, Gawain set out across this desert in search of the Green Chapel. He comes across a castle where he stayed until he must depart to challenge him. At the castle, Gawain, courtesy, chastity, and honesty are tested. Gawain the travel to confront the Green Knight in the Green Chapel. Okay, the Raxing action represent the parts more relevant for the history. In this case, um, the principal uh, reason for the fight is for honor. The come from the Green Knight with Gawain is for honor. May and then in this part say when the Gawain and meet the night green is they have in this time the fight, but then uh, fight in the other occasion where the Greek knight died for Gawain.
Okay, hello, my name is Paola Oseguera. Well, I'm gonna continue with the explanation about this summary about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Well, the climax. I consider this is the climax when Gawain meets the Green Knight in the Green Chapel after passing out with his octopi, and the Green Knight hits Gawain on the third blow, but only cut his throat. Well, I consider this to be the climax. Why? Because it is the most exciting part of the poem and the answer to the dramatical question. Well, at this moment, I as a reader, no? Well, at this moment, I as a reader will know if my protagonist or my antagonist achieve or not the objective that he has pursued throughout what I have been reading, right? Well, the novel is the filing action. Well, when the filing action, we have three ones. We have the Green Knight explain all the mystery of the story, and he and Gawain's house in the castle are the same man named Pertlet, and the next one is Morgan will find the old woman of the castle is behind all the events of the story. And the last one is Gawain admits his breach of contract by keeping the ring bell and promise to use the bell as a banner of his weakness. Well, what I consider this is the fighting action. It's an excellent question. Well, I consider as the fighting action because it is a section that shows us suspense, emotion of how the ending may be. So he is already like the part in which the characters are looking for the resolution of their conflict. Now, okay, and the resolution in the last one part is when Sir Gawain and the Green Knight huge and congratulated each other. So Sir Gawain returned to Camelot as a victor. Well, what I consider that because here and then the final part, this part is the resolution because where both characters, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, um, manage to resolve their conflict, the main conflict that is external because both fight, okay, and that is where the story has come to the end. So the resolution explain us this part explain us what is the end of the story of the poem, right? Okay, so that was all about our explanation about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and we hope you like it and thank you for watching. See ya!